What's something you'll never fully forgive, even if you say you do? My daughter was 6. When I first knew something was wrong, she was usually all laughter and energy, the kind of kid who ran down grocery aisles and talked to stuffed animals. But then she started getting tired all the time. She stopped eating, and she started waking up crying about bugs, shadows, things she'd never been scared of before. By day 3, she had a low fever. Her eyes looked dull, like she wasn't really there. My gut told me something was seriously off, so I packed her blanket and took her to the ER. We waited. She leaned into me, quiet, barely responding. When the doctor came in, she looked exhausted. She asked a few questions, checked her breathing, took vitals, and said it was probably a virus. Maybe anxiety. She told me to let her rest and push fluids. I tried to explain it felt different. She wasn't acting like herself, but the doctor reassured me. I clung to that. That night I barely slept. I sat by her bed, watching her breathing get faster, shallower. Her skin was hot, then cold. She couldn't even sit up the next day. Her lips were dry and cracked. I didn't. Wait, I scooped her up, yelled for my husband, and we drove to the hospital. This time everything changed. The new doctor took one look and called for help. Alarms, IVs, nurses rushing in. I stood there gripping my husband's arm, barely able to breathe. Within minutes, she was surrounded by machines, wires, and monitors. And then, finally, they said it. She was stable. We'd made it just in time. Later, I saw the first doctor. She was standing in the hallway, pale, unmoving. I nodded at her without knowing why. She nodded back, but her expression stayed with me, frozen and wrecked. The next day, she came into the room, eyes swollen, hands shaking. She asked to speak with us. She admitted she made a mistake. She said she'd missed it, that she'd blamed anxiety, that she'd been tired. She said out loud, "I almost cost your daughter her life." My husband stood up so fast his chair fell over. He shouted, "You should be fired!" His voice cracked with fury. I just sat there, numb. The hospital placed her on leave. They promised an investigation, and my husband kept pushing for answers. But as I sat by our daughter's bed holding her hand, watching her finally rest, I realized there were things I couldn't control and things I wasn't ready to carry yet.